There's one thing that I notice a lot on YouTube. Once people get to monetization and once they get to a certain level of subscribers, they start asking people for money. I have been tempted to do this a couple of times, but my conscience won't let me do it. So even though I'm pumping out content on monetized channels and have a loyal fan base, why am I not asking you for money? Let's get into it. Okay, this is going to be potentially another pipe bomb. I say potentially because I'm trying not to make it one. I want to try and make this point as clear and concise as I possibly can. I have a complicated history with my thoughts on society being a monetary society. I personally think it's wrong. I don't like the fact that people have to rely on money to live or to have some lifestyle that has been constructed in your head that you think is socially and financially acceptable. I also hate it because people think that if you don't make money, you fail as a person, as a provider, as all of these bullshit things that they put on you essentially from birth, because it is from birth. The second a baby is born, there are so many things around it that you have to think about financially to give them a comfortable life. I take from my own experience on this when we found out we were having twins. Fortunately, I was in a job where I was making money. Not great money, but money nonetheless. And the room that we were going to turn into a nursery for our kids was, quite frankly, a bit of a dive. But we hadn't done anything with the room, so there was no reason to get it done up. We had a reason. We actually had two. So we worked hard to get it done. We asked people to get the room done up for us the way we wanted it done up for them because we wanted them to be comfortable. That was a lot of money because we had to get windows replaced. We had to get new carpets put in. We had to get painted and decorated. And so that didn't cost too much money because I did the majority of the work and my dad touched it up for me, which I'm very grateful for. But we still had a lot of expense to get that room to the way that we wanted it for our kids. And then there's all the other stuff that comes around having kids. Nappies, nappy bins, clothes, lots of clothes. And our kids were also premature, so we had to buy extra clothes on top of said clothes because they were so tiny. And because they were so tiny, guess what? They cost even more. And that's not taking into account of feeding them as well. People think you just buy formula or if you breastfeeds that, it's going to save you money. Formula costs a lot of money. And they were born in 2018. At the time of this recording, formula's probably gone up at least 3-4 times the amount. We had to pay it for double. You have to think about changing tables, bathing utilities, because you can't just put them straight into a bath right away. There's so much money that comes around from the second you are born and ultimately until the second you croak. You wind up in a care home, that costs money, especially if you're wanting to put them in a private one. And even if you put them in a council one, they're going to take that off you anyway. So we are constantly relying on money from cradle to grave. It quite frankly sickens me. It always has sickened me. I've never understood it. I never will understand it, but that's just the society that we live in. No one thinks like me. That's okay. I think kind of similar to what Star Trek is. Work to better yourself and work to better humanity. Don't work for monetary gain. Work for personal gain. Your own sense of self and your sense of self-accomplishment. But like I said, I have a complicated history with finances. I've been in jobs where I have made quite a considerable amount of money. At the time of this recording, I am flat broke and scraping 20 pences together just to get myself a drink when I go to a stand-up comedy set. Money is a constant worry. It knackers my health, physically and mentally. Because if I can't afford to buy food, I don't eat. That is pretty much the deal. I go to my mom and dad's because they know that if I go there, at least I've got one more meal in my system. And I stay with my wife and my kids Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's 3 more days. And bear in mind, I am not saying that I go there just to eat. I go there because I want to see my family, I want to spend time with them, and I love them. I would happily not eat as long as I got to see them. But for their peace of mind, it's 4 days out of 7 that they know that I've got something in my system. Because quite likely, I won't eat for the other 3 because I can't afford it. Everything costs money. Everything is rising in terms of finances. But even when I started doing this channel, we were screwed financially because we were coming out of COVID. And then we were screwed again because cost of living started. Cost of living. Think about that for a second. How much it costs you to live. If that doesn't put it in your brain that something is fucking wrong, then it's never going to click with you. You're being priced out of surviving. This is why I despise money in my soul. No one should be limited to have a decent life because of some bullshit that has been made up by society. When we popped up, we didn't have money. We had to rely on our own instincts. Then someone went, we need to control the masses. Let's invent something that will control them. How about financial benefit? To be better off when you work like a drone. I hope that person is in the worst possible circle of hell. So here's one of the main reasons why I won't ask you for money. I'm not allowed to. This is not just from a pride standpoint. I will get to that in the next section. I actually can't ask you for money. I've spoken before how I have had 2 psychiatric assessments and they have told me the same thing. Don't work, you're fucked. If I work, it means I make money, and if I make said money, I lose the benefits that I sadly have to rely on to give me the fulcrum of life that I actually have. A lot of you will probably think that that's a good thing. It actually isn't. I can't work jobs that will make me decent money anymore. The jobs that I was trained in when I was 17 are 20 years old now at the time of this recording. Technology has moved on. We have moved on in terms of how we work. My skill set is obsolete. I had a look to see what I could make doing the job that I learned how to do, and it's actually less than minimum wage. So even if I was in a full-time Monday to Friday 9 to 5 job doing the stuff that I could just about pass doing if I was medically cleared, which I don't know when that will be, I would be making less than I am on the current benefits that I have just now. And the benefits would be taken away from me because I'd be working, and I would actually be even poorer than I am now if I worked. Now, a lot of people say that I could go into retraining, reskilling, learning something different. You don't think I tried? You don't think I saw this shit show was coming and wanted out? Of course I did. I tried, I failed. Not once, not twice. I'm actually not going to tell you how many times I failed at doing something different because, quite frankly, it will break me again. It sadly isn't possible for me. The things I can do that I am good at also don't make me any money. For example, this. I am shit hot at this. I am good at it. I went into a whole pipe bomb about how this is a real job. Go and check it out if you want any passionate detail as to why this is a real job. But it's not one that can make me financially viable right now. I believe it will in the future. Right now, it ain't gonna happen. And these type of channels and these type of projects, they're not short-term fixes to make you loads of money. They're long-term goals. You've got to go with the rough and the smooth. Sadly, there is a lot of rough, and there's even more of that to come for me. So if I did ask for money to help me on my journey, it could actually get rid of the money that I have got just to keep me going right now. It's taken me months to be able to sort all that out and get to a stage where it's never going to be comfortable, but I can survive. And I don't mind losing a bit of weight, but I've got to that stage now. Things are finally starting to settle. I do not want to rock any more fucking boats. And then I have what is deep inside of me, my core values and my pride. And the pride is one of the reasons why I will not ask anybody for money. A man must live within his means. If you can't make any more at this point in time, do not overstretch yourself. It may suck, but you have to live with what you've got. So I will never ask for money. My pride will not allow me to. I would rather die with no money and starve than ask someone for help. It is not in my nature to do so. You will think, Andy, you're a dad. If your kids were in this situation, what would you do? 100% I would help them out with whatever I could. You will also ask me, Andrew, haven't your parents helped you out? Yes, they have, and I am immensely grateful. Always have been, always will be. Doesn't mean it doesn't sting when you have to go down that route. To feel like you can't look after yourself in any type of way is debilitating. Makes me feel even worse than I already do. I've had to accept help for no other reason than there were other people that needed the help as well as me. If it was just me on my own, I would rather that I didn't get help, even if I was struggling. I'd rather sink because I wouldn't want to drag anybody else down with me. I feel like a failure. I feel like a burden. That is not going to change, sadly, and it never will. But if I don't have my pride, what else have I got? And the reason that I'm mentioning my pride about it is that someone messaged me a little while ago who I've not spoke to in years, who doesn't follow anything that I do, who doesn't know any of the struggles that I go through, who is not close to me in any way, shape or form, and asked me for money. As I've said before, I am not a selfish person. If my kids were struggling, if my family was struggling, if my close friends were struggling, I would help in any way I can. That's who I am. But some random dickhead that hasn't spoke to me in about 2-3 years minimum, and the last time they did was asking me for money, is again trying to hit me up for money? That is not the type of person that I want to be associated with. And it's also not the way I want people to see me, as someone who only messages them because I want money. That to me is humiliating. I never want to be like that. It's different if I'm messaging people because I'm raising money for a charity. or I'm raising money for a good cause, something that is not going to benefit me, of course I will message and say, give us a sponsor, give us a donation, so it goes towards this charity. But just directly saying, I need money, give me money, and I'm not going to give you a reason why, just give me the money. I swear to God, that was what was in this fucking message. It really, really bothers me. When you get to beyond the monetization part of YouTube, and I have been very lucky to do so, they then give you more ways to help make money. And a lot of them are essentially pleading. You're pleading with people to join these communities so they get extra perks, which you can only get if you subscribe and make money. You are telling them, oh, we can do X, Y, and Z. Give us money for that. We can do this and provide you with this type of content as long as you give us money. I'm not judging anybody that does this. We all have mouths to feed. We all have an income we need to make. You know I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to preach to you if you do it. That's fine. It's your own choice. You do you. For me, I can't do it. I have set up a Patreon page. I have set up these little join for members club things on like channels like the Ginger Engine, That Mental Ginger Show, Gentle Dorks. I have set them up if they have qualified for it. But you notice how I've never used them? I've never asked anybody for them. I've never asked anybody to contribute to these types of things. Because half the time, quite frankly, no one cares. No one is going to put their hard-earned money down for someone that they think is just trying to scrounge off you. That's what people think, in particular of me, and I've had that said to me, so I don't care anymore. I will put out the content because it makes me happy, and whatever money I make from creating that content, I will happily take because I've worked for it. But asking people to donate just so that I can keep going with stuff that I can already do, it feels wrong to me now. If people were going to say to me, Andy, we'll give you some money so you can up your tech and we can get better quality of videos, that's fine. You're investing in a service, I'm going to provide said service, that's okay, because it's contributing towards my long-term goal. But if I was doing something like this, join for perks. Okay, where's the perks? Sadly not got round to it, sorry. Thanks for the money though. That's not me. And sadly, in this game, sometimes you can't deliver on your promises, because life can get in the way. So I refuse to take someone's hard-earned money off them when we're all struggling, just to try and help me feel a little bit better about myself. Not gonna happen, guys. So that is another reason why I won't do it. It isn't fair on you. It isn't fair on the people who watch my channel. It isn't fair on the people who follow me on channels like That Mental Ginger Show or the Ginger Engine. You are putting your faith in me to deliver a product to make you feel better for a little while. Whether it's 10 minutes, whether it's half an hour, you're already paying me with your time and investing in me to make you feel better. Does that pay the bills? Of course it doesn't. Would me asking for money off of the people that follow me actually give me a better lifestyle? At the moment, no it wouldn't. Because despite what all the numbers say, I don't have a lot of followers. Because when it comes to the crunch, and it involves putting your hand in your pocket, those followers disappear. And I am not saying this out of bitterness. I'm saying this out of experience. Too many times I have said that I'm going to do something that requires an audience to be there and requires them to buy tickets to come and see me. I have asked for people to come and see me because it would be nice, and I looked out at empty crowds. I went into this when I talked about my theatre company that I ran for a year. I put a year's work into a show with a cast that I loved. Estimations were we would have sold 500 tickets, and that was from people that said, get this done and we will come. I got it done, 3 people came. That broke me. And since then I have swore that I will only ask for money if it's for somebody other than myself. If it's for a charity. If it's for a good cause. Because I can't deal with being that broken again. You think it's bad when I've been broke with this type of stuff? You did not see me back then. You did not see me crying every single night feeling like a failure. You did not see me smacking and punching things at 3 in the morning because I was having nightmares about how I was going to be able to do any type of living after this. No one saw the pain that I went through, but they more than happily said, why are you not doing it anymore? We didn't make it this time, but we'll come again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I am not allowing you to fool me twice. Once again, this is a bit of a ranting video, but there is a point behind it. Money does corrupt. If you don't think it's true, then you're already corrupt. I can't change your mind, you can't change mine, because I am sick of people trying to change it, and me bending to it. People telling me, you need to make money. Okay, now you don't make enough money. What? Don't get me wrong, there are nights where I am crying in my bed thinking, why can't I be like a normal person? I've said several times, I feel like a square peg in a round hole. And people have also said that to me. They don't know the nights that I've actually wished I could be the normal person that goes to their 9 to 5, does their job, comes home, is with their family, wake up next day, repeat. My brain loves routine. You would think that that would be ideal for me, but it doesn't work. And it's took me a long damn time to accept that. I am completely mental. We know this. I am completely broken. We also know this. And now you also know that I am financially fucked. But I will never, ever ask for money. Not anymore. If I am really stuck and people can see that I am stuck, if they offer to give me something to help, I will take said offer with thanks and work my damn hardest to pay them back. Don't know how long it will be, but you will be paid back. But I will never ask you for money if I am struggling. I will find a way out of it on my own because I've been burned too many times. And it's why you will never see me put up posts about my Patreon pages and asking you, give me money for all these benefits that you may never see. I can't commit to that. I am a one-man band for my own channel. And then I help other channels to try and get to where they need to be. I will not risk breaking that promise to you, especially if you put a financial investment in me. It's why I won't present pitch decks to TV companies or movie companies. I know how to do it, but I'm not going to. I'll keep building the content here. I'll keep working on my craft. And if they see what I can do and they offer me something, I'll fucking take it. But I won't put myself out there and go, I have a great idea. Give me money. I'd rather I got my idea done on my own and it was a little bit shaky than pleading to people to go, give me money. It is not my nature. This video has more than established that. If you made it to the end, you're probably wondering why I've switched comments off on this video. It is a hot issue that many people will not agree with, and I can't deal with the negativity from it. So the comments will stay off on this video. If you don't agree, that's fine. That's your right. That's your opinion, and I will not judge it. But for me, money corrupts. Money kills as much as it saves. So I'll be broke. I will lie in bed without heating on and electricity on if it means I can save a little bit of money to do something else. I will go without buying food for a week, maybe two, if I need to save up money for something. Like, oh, I don't know, my boy's fucking birthday or their Christmas. I'll take a couple of nights starving in my bed over anything that would make my kids sad. Maybe somebody will watch this video and realise this is the harsh reality that we live in and something does need to be done. I ain't gonna be that guy that makes a difference. I never will be. I tried and I failed. On multiple occasions, let's be frank. But this is my piece. You can choose to accept it, you can choose not to, but respect my opinion on it. Someone told me that I failed because I couldn't make money. If anything, I have succeeded because those blinders have finally been taken off me. I don't have that worry because I can't work. The money I get is the money I'm stuck with, and I will budget round that to live some sort of life. It won't be comfortable, it won't be easy, but it's my life. Thanks for watching. Take care.